Hello guys. Now we will shoot our vlog video about sport. Before that, let us introduce ourselves. First, my name is Muhammad Dafa Ardiansyah.
And my name is Dimas Aditya Putra.
And my name is Ezra Wijaya.
And my name is Joni Bastian.
And my name is Firmansyah Firdaus Anhar.
Hello guys, and my favorite sport is volleyball. I favorite volleyball because I saw a film about volley sports which was very exciting, which really made me curious about the sport. After this, let me explain about volleyball. Volleyball is team sport which two teams of 6 players are separated by a net. Each team tries to score points by grounded balls on the other team's court under organized rules. The complete set rules is extensive, but play essentially proceeds as follows. A player on one of teams begin a rally by serving the ball, tossing or releasing it and hitting it with hand or arms. From behind the back boundary line of the court, over the net, and into the receiving team's court. The receiving team must not let ball be grounded within their court. The team may touch the ball up to 3 times, but individually, player may not touch the ball twice consecutively. Typically, the first 2 touches are used to set up for an attack. An attempt to direct the ball back over the net in shots a way that the serving team is unable to prevent it from being grounded in their court. A few of most common faults include like 1. Causing the ball to touch the ground or floor outside the opponent's court or without first passing over the net. 2. Catching and throwing the ball. 3. Double hit. Double hit means 2 consecutive contact with the balls made by the same player. 4. 4 consecutive contact with the ball made by the same team. 5. Net foul, touching the net during play. 6. Foot fault, the foot crossed over the boundary line when serving. The ball is usually played with the hands or arms, but player can legally strike or push short contact with the ball with any parts of body like kicks, legs, and the other part of body. A number of consistent techniques have evolved in volleyball, including spiking, blocking, because these plays are made above top of net, and vertical jumps is an athletic skill emphasized in the sport, as well passing, setting, and special player position and offensive and defensive structures. This is why I'm so excited about volley and why this exercise I like.
Hello guys, my name is Dimas Aditya Putra. On this occasion, I'm going to talk about my favorite sports, which is football. Football is an offshoot in which a ball is generally made of leather and is played by 2 teams of 11 first player members and several players in reserve. Into the 21st century, this sport has been played by more than 250 million people in 200 countries, making it the most popular sport in the world. Soccer goals is to score as much as possible by going into the opponent's goal. Football was played in open sites, rectangular fields, or synthetic grass. There are a number of references to traditional ancient of prehistoric ball games played in many different parts of the world. Contemporary codes of football can be traced by to the codification of these games at English public schools during the 19th century. The expansion of the British Empire allowed the rules of football to spread to areas of British influence outside the directly controlled empire. By the end of the 19th century, distinct regional codes were already developing. Gaelic football, for example, deliberately incorporated the rules of local traditional football games in order to maintain their heritage. In 1888, the Football League was founded in England, becoming the first of many professional football competitions. During the 20th century, several of the various kinds of football grew to become some of the most popular team sports in the world. By the way, my favorite team in the world is Liverpool and Juventus because because Liverpool have a Mohamed Salah and Juventus have a Ronaldo. That is my favorite player. Okay, thank you.
Hello friends. Now I'm going to show you my favorite sport. But actually, I don't love this sport more. I'm just doing this sport every time, every day. Because of that, there's so many activity at the campus. So I cannot doing sport every time like usual when I'm in high school. So I choose this sport to fill my need. So let's go. But wait, what is my favorite sport? My favorite sport is jogging. Now we are going to take warming up before. Okay, now let's go. Take the jogging.
Yeah, hello guys, and this time I want to explain what is badminton. Badminton is a racket sport played using rackets to hit a shuttlecock across a net. Uh, Badminton it played with larger teams, and the most common forms of the game are singles and doubles. And badminton is often played as a casual outdoor activity in a yard or on a beach. Uh, and badminton has a big federation of the world, and it called BWF, Badminton World Federation, and it formed in 1934. And this sport, badminton, was so popular in many nations, such as Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, and Denmark. So Netherlands and England too. Uh, Badminton is first appeared in the Olympic Games as a demonstration sport in 1932 and as a exhibition sport in 1988. And so this is my vlog about what is badminton, and see you guys.
Yes, my favorite sport is futsal. It is sport named about called futsal. Futsal is a sport that similar to football because in history it is from inspired from football. The differences is futsal is using a smaller court, and unlike the football, futsal is using a hard court, not using a grass like football. And usually futsal court is held in indoor. And what make me like futsal, because futsal is because I don't know, I like football, but I don't really like playing it in a large court like football, and that's why futsal is in my opinion is better than football because of the smaller court, and it's easy to play with my friend and my relatives. So the basic rule is, and the difference between football and futsal is when first is the ball. Futsal's ball is smaller, harder, and it has slower of bounce. Yes, it is hardly bounce than the football ball. So why? Because of the small court, it don't need to the ball don't need to be like to easily to kick because of the small. If it to like to kick, it will be very easy to going to high or going to fast. And next is when your ball is out of the line. Usually in football you should throw it with your hand, but in futsal you using your kick just like a free kick in football. I think that's enough from my vlog. Thank you. Yes, I forgot to mention about the players. In futsal you only need 5 player each team, so you don't need as much as player like football. So it's easy for us to play it than football, because in futsal we don't need much more player to play it in right rules.